Hi everyone, Dave Woodard, the man from the East here, the true solver of Force Fenn's treasure hunt. For any of you that don't know that, that was pretty imaginative about Shiloh and an imaginary friend. Anyways, to get on to viruses, I called it the Shilocron virus from Shiloh, but I just recently saw that Chase Underground posted the Discord virus is what he's calling it. To me, it's the Shilocron virus. I'm letting you folks know that this has been here for the whole time since the announcement of the treasure hunt ending through Jack. Robert McQuaid, Bo Arrow, Kim G, James McQuaid. Robert actually came out. He was one of the first ones to come out and keep an eye on all of you in the Fenn community. Now, look back at your channels. I know that you all have comments made by this virus, but as soon as things started getting hot and heavy, what they're trying to do is take your mind off of what we need to solve here. The end of the treasure hunt from Force Fenn's Thrill of the Chase book, the map, everything. I'm trying to get the information out, and all these other channels are just falling into the trap. And I'm starting to think that maybe 90% of the channels are all just bogus channels. Virus. Look at these guys, right? Like I said there. People wearing tinfoil hats. People can't get their eyeglasses on straight. There's just a lot of stupidity in the Fenn community for some of the vloggers. And they're trying to stop the actual true solve from coming out. Now, whether it's actual true dumbness or bias for their own solve that they don't put out there. If you feel you have to bring up DB Cooper in the Force Fenn solution or solve or whatever, however this came in, all of these distractions that keep getting brought into the Fenn community, most of them are about stupid things that have nothing to do with it. The virus is just created to confuse everybody. DB Cooper had no involvement, none whatsoever, nothing with Force Fenn. That's all bullshit brought in again to distract what everybody is looking for, and everybody is looking for the truth. I'm going to put out a video of the actual... I've already done videos to explain everything, but people don't understand what the actual poem means. Again, they think that there's 9 lines that you pull out of the poem. There's really not. It is so brilliantly done. I will take that poem and I will dissect it without giving you all the information that is involved in it. But I will dissect how it's laid out so that people can understand. There's one person that solved this. And there's one person who can answer all the questions to this poem, to this 9-clue poem that Force Fenn wrote. And that's me, folks. And I will do it. I will put that video out, probably do it after I do this one, so I can get both of them out around the same time so you can understand. These viruses that Shiloh's created is just a diversion. And about 90% of all of the vloggers on these channels are now just bullshit viruses. Look at what they say. Look at what it's so pathetic of some of the stupid things that come out of their mouths. Barbara Rent again. She just can't get off of J Street, and he's another one, can't keep his glasses on straight. And Barbara's pretty much stayed away from my channel, which is fine. I don't care. She doesn't want to put her solve out. She keeps claiming she has one, and it's all got to go through court because it's so important. Put the shit out there. If you've got something to give for information, put it out there like I did. I put the actual true solve out. So there are people out there that know the actual true solve. There's many people around here, but when I finally get this right video, that it will go viral and people will understand and know that I am the true solver of Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt, that's when this thing will turn around and Shiloh will have to answer why he stole the treasure chest. I know this for a fact. I can tell you, I've guaranteed it. I've proven it with the actual true solve that I put out there. And if you're lucky enough to see it, if you're lucky enough to make those connections in your head, like you need to do, the imagination, it's a beautiful thing. I've said it right along, but these vloggers, they're viruses. That's all I can say. They don't want to accept that they lost. And what it does is it creates drama. It creates bullshit. It creates the actual true solve getting shut down. And that's exactly what Shiloh Old wants to happen. Folks, when I tell you that I actually literally 100% guaranteed solved this Forrest Fenn treasure hunt, I did. I am ex-law enforcement. You have the bullshit of Josh Jordan saying that I got fired from the force. I didn't get fired. I could show you my retirement papers, 20 years, couldn't do anymore. I was done with it. It's all bullshit there too. So the viruses in this community, I've tried to communicate with them. I've tried being a hard ass. I've tried being a friend. Nobody wants to listen. They all want the drama to keep going on. And I'm hoping that the real people out there that want to know the answers, that want to know the truth, will start listening, start following. This is the mistake that I've made. I've asked people if they want to follow. If you want the truth out there, I'm going to need backing by followers. What I've created, and my own fault, because I don't know how to do a lot of this video taping and getting my information out there. So what I've realized now, I need to get people who understand what the actual solve is. So in one of these next videos that I do, there will be a plea. You will see exactly what my intent is on how to get the information out there, because it's been shut down by the other channels in the Forrest Fenn community. So the bickering that goes back and forth is all so fucking stupid and useless. It's useless banter back and forth between each channel, picking on each other and getting mad. I'm not going to do that crap anymore. I will bust their balls here, but I'm done. I am not going to convince somebody that is a total fucking moron in the Fenn community, and we've got a few of them, and you've seen them. They just mouth off to everybody else's videos. It does not matter who. And Barbara gets picked on because she just says she has a solve, and she really doesn't. And we all know that, but she's still trying to do it through court, which is fine. That's her prerogative. She's never going to get anywhere because she doesn't have the right solve. She may be in New Mexico, which is the right state, but she does not have the right solve. I'm not going to get into picking on Barbara because it's all drama there. It's all completely drama about who's picking on who, and it's there's so much bullshit, folks. If you can rise above that, okay, and actually watch what the actual true solve is, because this information will come out, and there most likely will be some kind of movie because of the amount of fraud that has been perpetrated against the Forrest Fenn community and all of the searchers. when this finally comes out, you people will see, you people that, the real people out there, the other ones, the viruses of the Forest Fan community, it's sad to say, but they're just not going to see it. They're not going to want to agree with it. They're going to bitch about it. They're going to bitch about this. You know, that Chase Underground, I wanted to ask him if I could use the picture out of courtesy, but he has no comments. So I was like, well, I'm going to put a snapshot up there so people can see. Anything that I tell you is all truth. I had promised everyone out there that I will stick to the truth of what I know. And I can tell you right now, there are viruses in the Fenn community. And this guy, Chase Underground, found it. He found it. And I knew, I don't know how to find it. I don't know what it is. He had a name for it. But I'm telling you right now, it's coming from Shiloh. So it's Shilocron virus as far as I'm concerned. Because I know Shiloh wants this all shut down. He does not want you folks to know the real story of what really, truly happened. Forest Fenn Innocent video will give you the timeline that I have Josh Jordan busting my balls over and Jay Street and everybody else. But I'm telling you, 100%, I have guaranteed fucking everything to give this information out and for you people to know. The real people. These other bullshit, dumbass, stupid comment, fucking morons. They are. They are literally morons because they are shutting down the actual true solve that they've asked for to come out into the light. And that's what I've done. I've given it. I've put it out there. I'm not hiding like Barbara does. I'm not suing like Barbara does, like Erskine did, like Coombs is doing now. I received an email that somebody suing for us right now, and it's a perfect time to jump in. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm here for closure for people. If you think that I'm here to sue, I'm not. But I will sue for giving out the actual true solve. That's what I'll sue for. And whatever happens besides that, that's fine. I don't care. It's Forest Fenn's solve that he worked so hard on has gotten flushed down the toilet by his own family. And Forest Fenn protected Shiloh at the end by announcing, I will agree to say that it's in Wyoming. Shiloh fucked over Forest Fenn so badly at the end. I can't even imagine how Forest Fenn felt. And you people that are out there don't believe this yet. But this is the actual true story of what really happened, because the reason I know is Jack was backed by Shiloh. Right there. And he said it. Jack is 100% the finder. And this is to dispel any other conspiratorial theories that come forward, which is the actual solver, which is me, which has come forward. I came forward last year. But trying to convince this Forest Fan community is like trying to fucking bang my head against a tree to cause a blaze. It's just not going to happen. You cannot convince a Forest Fan community that does not want to listen and does not want the answers of what really happened, because they're biased. They're all narcissistic, just like I am, about their own solves. So I'm not going to try to convince them anymore. I'm branching out from this community. That's what I'm going to do, because this community is one sad fucking place of despair. It's a place of viruses. It's a place of negativity. It's a place of people criticizing and picking on everybody else. And that's not what I wanted to do when I came here. But I thought that was how to give out the information. But this Forest Fan community, it's bullshit. If you notice some of my videos now, I don't even put Forest Fenn in the title so that I can get away from the ugliness in the community. And that's pretty much what it's come down to. It's so sad that the people that come in to learn and want to know the information about the Forest Fenn treasure hunt, they're brutalized, especially if they put in a positive comment. They're brutalized by these other vloggers that are like, why are you agreeing with that? It's just, it's a sad place to be. And you folks that come in to learn the information, you get bombarded with this bullshit. And then you just leave. And that's what Shiloh wants. He wants this whole thing shut down by the negativity, by the stupidness, by the ignorance, by the bickering, and nobody wants to listen to it. Nobody wants to see it. So what needs to be done is there has to be somewhere where you go, and maybe shutting off my comments might be the way to do it, where people can just see my information. But if you look at my videos, you will see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the viruses that Chase Underground talks about, that I've talked about. I have my other video that got over 1,000 views of the viruses in the Fenn community. I started way back then. I already knew that there were viruses out there. So thank you, Chase Underground, for letting me use your picture without permission. It puts a plug on you, because there's viruses out there that people need to know about. So I'm going to pretty much end it here, and work on the other video that is the actual description of the poem on how you're supposed to read the whole thing. And it's not going to be a long video, but it will explain how you're supposed to look at the poem to find out the 9 clues. And the people that really, really look at my solve, which is Forrest Fenn's solve, and see the creativity, you will not regret it. I tell you right now, you will not regret learning what Forrest Fenn's actual true solve is. The bullshit you hear from this other channel, all the other channels actually, it's pretty much all bullshit. And they think they have it solved. I'm telling you right now, I know I have it solved. I know I'm the guy from the East that Forrest mentioned. Nobody brings that up. Nobody else has the answer for just that one simple thing. Never mind the beautiful things about Forrest Fenn's corpse, or Palisade Sill, how he brings it in and then incorporates it into the story, where he talks about a palisade, says 300 feet, and has a secluded parking lot, which is exactly where he hit it in my solve. He brought that in the 3rd book. There's so many connections that are beautifully placed by Forrest Fenn, and it shouldn't be missed. You people should want to know what it is. And again, you're going to see the rude, stupid ass comments, especially from the viruses that Shiloh created, that will be in my videos, in the comments. And please, if you are one of the real people out there that you see this actual solve, careful whatever you respond to, because they will hack you, they will virus you and try to shut this down. But take the video and pass it around, spread it around, so people see what the actual truth is, because that's how the information is going to get out. It's not going to get out by me talking to these fucking dingbats in the Fenn community. It's going to get out from the real people out there that pass this along and say, hey, this guy's really the guy that solved Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. He's the guy that has every single answer. He's the guy that no matter what you've looked into, no matter what question, quote, hint, anything, he has an answer to it. And it's correct. And it all fits together. And it's all beautiful. And it's funny. And there's so much there that I'm not going to let go to waste. I am going to make sure this actual solve gets out to the public so they understand it. And 15 years of Forrest Fenn's work should not get flushed down the toilet in Wyoming. So you folks out there that are real people, thank you for watching. You other ones that just want to criticize and bullshit and argue and everything else, go fuck yourselves. Pretty much, basically, go fuck yourself. Because you people are assholes. You're so hooked up on that maybe you think you're right. You're not. If it hasn't come out by now, my explanation why, because I've tried for a year to get this information into the Fenn community. And a year before that, it took me a year to realize where the fraud started from. So the guy that really solved Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt got ripped off by Forrest Fenn's grandson stealing the treasure chest when Forrest Fenn gave Shiloh that information. That's why you're seeing the story change from Jack finding it in June when they tried to cover it up when Forrest said it was a guy from the East. This whole thing, like I said, it's going to be a movie because there's so much stupidity on their parts for trying to come up with something to hide what the fraud is that Shiloh did. And I just needed to know where it all stemmed from. And Shiloh is the man who is responsible for all of the bullshit in the Fenn community that's going on right now. They stay out of it, and Jack stays out of it because Jack knows that those guys are going down, and Jack's going with them because the Forrest Fenn community, they're fucking thick heads, thinks that Jack is going to give them an answer. They think that Jack found the treasure chest. They can't get it through their head that there was fraud and Jack was just placed there to acknowledge that he found the treasure chest, because there was no fucking way Forrest Fenn was going to agree that Jack Stoof, with no solve, coming forward with the treasure chest. And all of you people know that nobody was going to stumble across it. Forrest Fenn said that. Nobody was going to stumble across the treasure chest. Yet Jack did. Jack didn't have a solve. There's so much stupid fraud bullshit that has gone on and lies that I've tried to uncover with no help from the Fenn community. Why? Because they have their own solves. They don't want to give up. They don't want to give up their own channel. They think they're a fucking movie star. They're actually really, they're actually viruses, like I said. So I'm going to end this before I say something I really regret. And I hope you folks follow. I hope you folks watch the solve, the solution, the Superman. That video right there has most of the information. I was asked to put it all together into one video. It's a 2.5-hour video. Get some popcorn, get some potato chips, get a couple beers. But when you watch that video, you will see how much information is all collected into one video to give you everything of how it happened, the actual true solve. But I will do my video about the poem, and it'll have a lot explained in there. Folks, thank you for watching. To the viruses, kiss my ass. To everybody else, have a great day. Thank you very much. I'm Dave Woodard, the man from the East, the actual true solver of Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. Have a great day.